The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Lee's shocking move to disown Poppy. A sisterly rift or a permanent split? Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Beautiful Today. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. By Rita Rhiannon, Feb 10, 2025. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Lee Finnegan. Naomi Matsuda is on the verge of severing ties with Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. Want more of the bold and the beautiful? Get updates on the latest news about the bold and the beautiful straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. She'll be making it clear that she desires her sister to disappear from her life for good if Lee finds out who Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada birth father really is. Lee finds out her sister seduced her own nephew by adoption? Of course, the truth isn't that Poppy seduced a college-age John Finnegan Tanner Novlin the night Luna was conceived, but that is likely what Lee will believe. With the intense emotions surrounding Finn and the complexities of Luna's parentage, Lee is bound to have some compelling motives that could ignite her fury. Lee was absolutely furious when she believed Poppy had an affair with Jack Finnegan, Ted King, years ago. We witnessed her explosive anger as she confronted Poppy, accusing her of not only cheating with her husband, but also of being the reason Luna was born. Although Lee later apologized after the DNA test revealed her error, the reality of the situation is far more shocking. Hell hath seen no fury like Lee Finnegan scorned. Just picture the storm brewing when Lee discovers that Poppy took Finn to bed instead. The fury will be palpable as she sees Poppy as the vile aunt who has tainted her own adopted nephew. You can count on Lee to unleash a tirade about Poppy exploiting Finn and stealing his innocence when he placed his trust in her. The thought of Poppy drawing Finn in so closely and landing him in such a repulsive predicament will send Lee into a rage. And while she may not be thrilled about Finn being Luna's father, the fact that Poppy has kept his daughter a secret will only add fuel to the fire. Proof that Poppy's exactly what Lee thought. Lee is ready to unleash a storm of revelations that will expose Poppy's endless blunders. When the shocking news breaks, Lee will hold nothing back in her quest to dismantle Poppy's reputation. The real question is how Lee will uncover the entire sordid tale. As the dust settles, there's a real possibility that Lee could sever ties with Poppy over the dark family secret, demanding her sister's permanent exit from her life. Will Lee go so far as to force Poppy out of town, insisting she can no longer bear to see her? Our predictions hint at some explosive confrontations when Lee finally faces Poppy about her hidden truths, so keep your eyes peeled for all the thrilling developments. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. Rita Ryan has been writing since the age of 13, starting with songs and later short plays and articles. In her teenage years, she was known as Rita Lorraine and tried to get into the country music recording industry in the 1970s, and later the gospel music industry in the 1990s. Now, she concentrates her writing on soap opera spoilers, specializing in General Hospital, aspires to write a series of family-friendly mysteries in the Hallmark movies and mysteries style, and the rest of her time is spent being grandma to her 3 grandchildren and cat mama to Molly and Missy. She is married to her childhood sweetheart, whom she rediscovered after 30 years apart. In the world of the bold and the beautiful B&B, the soap opera has long been known for its intricate web of relationships, conflicts, and jaw-dropping twists. One of the most dramatic and emotional storylines currently unfolding is centered around Lee Finnegan and her sister, Poppy. While the family dynamics of the Finnegans have always been a source of intrigue and tension, the latest development, Lee's shocking decision to disown Poppy, has left fans both stunned and heartbroken. Is this the beginning of a permanent rift between the two sisters, or is it a temporary fallout in a complex, evolving narrative? In this article, we'll explore the reasons behind Lai's drastic move to cut ties with her sister, Poppy, and delve into the emotional implications of their relationship. We'll also analyze how this shocking decision fits into the larger landscape of the bold and the beautiful, considering the long-term impact it could have on the show's characters and storylines. Lee Finnegan, a strong but torn character. Lee Finnegan, portrayed by Naomi Matsuda, has had quite the journey on the bold and the beautiful since she was first introduced to the series. She is a strong-willed, intelligent woman who has dedicated her life to her family, especially her son Finn. Lee's love and devotion to Finn have been a driving force in her character's arc, and her maternal instincts have consistently shaped her decisions. However, despite her unwavering love for her son, Lai is not without her flaws. Like many characters on the show, she has her own set of insecurities and emotional struggles that make her complex and relatable. As a mother, Lai has always tried to protect Finn from harm, but in doing so, she has occasionally made questionable choices that have led to conflict with others. Lai's relationship with her sister, Poppy, is one of the most intriguing aspects of her character. While the two women share a deep bond, their differing personalities and approaches to life have often caused friction. Lai is more reserved, pragmatic, and protective, while Poppy, played by another talented actress, is more carefree, adventurous, and outspoken. These contrasts have led to moments of both harmony and tension between the sisters, but nothing could have prepared fans for the shocking move that Lai made to sever their relationship once and for all. Poppy, the free spirit who pushed Lai to the edge. Poppy, in many ways, serves as Lee's opposite. Where Lai is focused and careful, Poppy embraces spontaneity and follows her heart without hesitation. This has made for an interesting dynamic between the sisters, one that has at times been filled with both love and resentment. Poppy's presence in Lai's life has been both a blessing and a curse. While Lee admires her sister's carefree nature, she often finds herself frustrated by Poppy's lack of responsibility and reckless decisions. Poppy has always been the wild child of the family, and her boldness often clashes with Lai's more controlled approach to life. The tension between the two sisters has been building for some time, and their differing philosophies came to a head in a recent, highly emotional confrontation. Poppy's actions, particularly her disregard for the consequences of her behavior, have pushed Lai to a breaking point. In an attempt to protect her family and her own peace of mind, Lai made the dramatic decision to disown Poppy, a move that has shocked both fans and those within the B and B universe. The catalyst, a conflict that couldn't be repaired. What led Lai to make such a bold and irreversible decision? The final straw that broke the camel's back was a confrontation between the sisters, one that revealed just how deep the rift between them had become. Poppy had made a reckless choice that endangered not only her own well-being, but also those of her loved ones. Lai, who had been on edge for weeks, finally snapped. Poppy's actions, which many saw as selfish and thoughtless, went against everything Lai had tried to instill in her over the years. In Lee's eyes, Poppy's behavior showed a complete disregard for family, responsibility, and the values that Lai held dear. After an intense argument in which both women aired their grievances and frustrations, Lai, in an emotional moment of fury and disappointment, told Poppy that she could no longer have a relationship with her. The words were like a dagger to Poppy's heart. For years, the sisters had struggled with their differences, but the bond between them had always remained strong until now. Poppy, who had never fully understood Lai's protective nature, found herself stunned by the harshness of Lee's words. For Lai, it was a decision born out of a sense of betrayal, but for Poppy, it was a heartbreaking rejection by the one person she had always looked to for guidance. The emotional fallout. The fallout from this shocking decision has been immediate and profound. Lai, while feeling justified in her actions, is also dealing with deep feelings of guilt and sorrow. As a mother, she is no stranger to making difficult decisions for the sake of her family, but disowning her sister, someone she had always cared for deeply, has left her emotionally drained. She is torn between the love she still has for Poppy and the overwhelming sense of disappointment that has built up over the years. Poppy, on the other hand, is devastated by her sister's rejection. While she may have expected some backlash for her actions, she never imagined that Lai would go so far as to completely sever their relationship. Poppy is left feeling lost and abandoned, unsure of how to move forward. The loss of her sister is not just a personal blow, but a rupture in her entire sense of identity. Without Lai, Poppy feels like she has lost her anchor in the world. The emotional intensity of this storyline is compounded by the involvement of other family members. Finn, Lee's son, has always been at the center of the family drama, and his position as a bridge between the two sisters only adds to the tension. As Lai and Poppy both struggle with their feelings, Finn is caught in the middle, trying to navigate the fragile emotions of both women. His loyalty to his mother and his desire to see his family healed adds a layer of complexity to the storyline, as he becomes a pivotal figure in the fallout. A rift or a permanent split? The big question on everyone's mind is whether Lai's decision to disown Poppy will be a permanent split, or if there is hope for reconciliation in the future. The Bold and the Beautiful has a long history of fractured relationships eventually being mended, but this situation is more complicated than most. For Lai, the decision to cut ties with Poppy comes from a place of deep hurt and frustration. She has been pushed to her limits, and while she may feel justified in her actions, it is clear that a part of her is still grieving the loss of her sister. The emotional toll of disowning Poppy is not something Lai can easily move past. While she may have acted in the heat of the moment, the wound caused by their confrontation will take time to heal. For Poppy, the pain of being disowned by her sister is almost unbearable. Her relationship with Lai has always been one of the few constants in her life, and without it, she feels adrift. However, Poppy's wild and unpredictable nature suggests that she may not give up on the idea of repairing their relationship easily. While she may be hurt and angry at the moment, Poppy has a tendency to act on her emotions, and this could lead her to take drastic measures to try and win Lai back. Fans of the show have seen many characters go through emotional struggles, only to find their way back to one another through love and understanding. It's possible that this storyline could follow a similar arc. While the rift between Lai and Poppy seems irreparable at the moment, the emotional depth of their relationship suggests that there may still be hope for a reunion in the future. The bigger picture: family, forgiveness, and redemption. This shocking move by Lai to disown Poppy raises important questions about family, forgiveness, and redemption, central themes that have always been at the heart of The Bold and the Beautiful. The show has never shied away from exploring the complexities of familial relationships, and this storyline is no exception. At its core, this situation is about the struggle between love and disappointment. Lai and Poppy both love each other, but their differences have created a wedge between them that neither can easily overcome. Lee's decision to disown Poppy is a moment of emotional clarity for her, a moment when she has to make a hard choice for the sake of her own peace of mind. However, the question remains: can they ever find a way back to each other, or will their differences be too much to reconcile? In soap operas, the drama is never as simple as it seems. The Bold and the Beautiful has a knack for taking seemingly insurmountable conflicts and turning them into powerful storylines of redemption and healing. Whether or not Lai and Poppy can repair their fractured relationship remains to be seen, but the emotional stakes are higher than ever. Conclusion: Lai's shocking move to disown Poppy has sent shockwaves through The Bold and the Beautiful, leaving fans to wonder if this is the end of their sisterly bond, or if it is just the beginning of a long, difficult journey toward reconciliation. As the drama unfolds, the emotional tension between the two sisters is sure to captivate viewers, and the question of whether they can overcome their differences will keep audiences on the edge of their seats. Whether or not this marks a permanent split remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: The Bold and the Beautiful has once again delivered a storyline that is both heartbreaking and compelling, reminding us all of the powerful, complex relationships that make this show a fan favorite. While the immediate aftermath of Lai's disarming Poppy has left fans reeling, this pivotal moment in The Bold and the Beautiful may not simply be a heartbreaking episode in a long-running family saga. It could also mark a key point of transformation for both characters, one that might push them toward personal growth and evolution. This confrontation could be the spark that forces Lai and Poppy to confront their own insecurities, strengths, and weaknesses, ultimately guiding them toward a better understanding of themselves and their family. Lai's personal struggles. Li's decision to sever ties with Poppy was not made lightly, but it was driven by a need for control and safety in her life. As a mother, she is used to making decisions based on what she feels is best for her son, Finn, and the people she loves. However, Li's well-meaning attempts to protect her family have, at times, led her to put up emotional walls that keep her from fully connecting with others. Lai's journey through this emotional rift with Poppy may eventually force her to reconsider her rigid stance. The loss of her sister, someone she's known intimately her entire life, could create the space Lai needs to reflect on her emotional boundaries. Perhaps the most significant lesson Li might learn in the aftermath is the importance of forgiveness, not just for others but for herself. Disowning Poppy may have seemed like the right decision in the heat of the moment, but as the dust settles, Lai may come to realize that her emotional detachment has stunted her ability to nurture meaningful relationships. The road to redemption for Lai may involve reconciling her protective instincts with the vulnerability that comes with true connection. If she can forgive Poppy and find a way to let go of her anger, it could be the start of healing, not just for her sisterly bond, but for herself as well. Poppy's growth and emotional healing. Poppy's carefree, rebellious nature has always been a defining trait, and it has often put her at odds with her more composed sister, Lai. Poppy's decisions have frequently been impulsive and, at times, reckless, but underneath her seemingly carefree attitude is someone who is deeply sensitive and perhaps afraid of being vulnerable. Disownment is a harsh blow for anyone, but for Poppy, it could spark an important emotional shift. For the first time, Poppy is being forced to confront the consequences of her actions in a way that she hasn't before. Her usual habit of brushing off responsibility and facing the world with a smile won't be enough to heal the deep emotional wound caused by Li's rejection. However, Poppy is not someone who easily accepts defeat. Her resilience and emotional depth, hidden beneath her playful exterior, could lead her to seek redemption not just in her relationship with Lai, but in her life in general. This might be the turning point for Poppy to step up and become more accountable for her actions, particularly in terms of her relationships with family. Poppy's character arc could evolve as she learns to embrace responsibility and maturity. She may find herself seeking a way back into Lai's life, not through manipulation or demanding forgiveness, but through genuine self-improvement. If she is able to learn how to balance her free spirit with a greater sense of responsibility, she may become a more well-rounded character, capable of repairing her relationships not just with Lai, but with others as well. The family as a whole. How Finn plays a key role. With both Lai and Poppy struggling with their fractured relationship, it's clear that their rift will have ripple effects on the larger family dynamic. One of the key figures caught in the middle is Finn, Li's son, who has always been a central part of the family's emotional web. As Lai and Poppy's conflict deepens, Finn is forced to navigate the treacherous waters between the two women he loves. Finn's role is crucial, not only in his mother's life, but also in his ability to act as a potential bridge between the sisters. As much as Lai has been protecting him throughout his life, Finn is no stranger to the complicated, messy realities of human relationships. His maturity and his ability to empathize with both his mother and Poppy could make him the voice of reason in a situation that is rapidly spiraling out of control. It's possible that Finn's presence in both women's lives could ultimately guide them toward reconciliation. He may be able to see past the pain and anger that have clouded their judgment and help them understand each other's points of view. His deep affection for both Lai and Poppy gives him a unique perspective on their relationship, and he could be the one to gently remind them of the bond they once shared. However, Finn's involvement will not be without its challenges. He may find himself torn between his loyalty to his mother and his desire to maintain a healthy relationship with Poppy. His support of both women will be tested, and Finn will have to decide how far he is willing to go to mend the rift between them. His role could become even more complex as he confronts his own feelings about family and forgiveness. Will Poppy seek revenge or redemption? While Poppy's hurt from Lee's rejection is undeniable, her emotional reaction to this disownment will be key in determining the future of their relationship. Poppy has always been unpredictable, and now that she feels completely cut off, she may initially lash out in anger or bitterness. Her free-spirited nature could lead her to take drastic, rebellious actions as a way of getting back at Lai. However, this would not be in line with the growth Poppy could undergo in the coming months. The prospect of redemption for Poppy hinges on her ability to rise above her initial pain and reach for something more meaningful. Poppy may soon realize that the anger she harbors toward Lai is only further isolating her from her family and potentially pushing them farther apart. As the weeks progress, Poppy might take a different approach and try to show Lai that she has changed, both in her actions and in her emotional maturity. Whether this involves a heartfelt gesture, a confrontation where both sisters lay their emotions bare, or a grand gesture that demonstrates her commitment to healing their bond, Poppy will have to prove to Lai that she's ready to make amends, not just for her past mistakes, but for the future they could still have together. A possible reunion, hope for the future. In the world of soap operas, dramatic confrontations often lead to eventual reunions. As the storyline develops, it's very possible that Lai and Poppy will eventually find their way back to one another. However, this reunion will not be simple. It will require both women to acknowledge their own faults, make amends for past mistakes, and show a willingness to forgive. The reconciliation process could be slow and painful, as each woman works through her own feelings of betrayal, hurt, and disappointment. But in the end, the bold and the beautiful has always demonstrated the power of family and the importance of forgiveness. The two sisters' journey toward healing could be one of the most emotionally charged storylines to date, and fans will undoubtedly be invested in seeing how it all unfolds. Conclusion: a heart-wrenching twist with hope for the future. Lai's decision to disown Poppy was shocking, and it has left a permanent mark on both their lives. The fallout from this moment will be felt for some time, but it also represents a turning point for both women. While the rift between them seems insurmountable at the moment, there is always hope for healing in the world of the bold and the beautiful. This dramatic twist may only be the beginning of a transformative journey for both Lai and Poppy as they navigate their individual paths toward redemption, forgiveness, and ultimately, reconciliation. What began as a heartbreaking family clash could evolve into one of the most profound emotional arcs the show has ever seen. As Lai and Poppy grapple with their differences, their family bond, strong, flawed, and complex, will remain at the core of this story, offering fans a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of family ties and the possibility of healing, even in the face of great pain. Whether or not they can rebuild their relationship is uncertain, but one thing is for sure, the journey toward healing will be one worth watching.